Hi everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net here with another video podcast. This week I have been playing pretty much the same games that I've been playing, which I had better enjoy because come Tuesday, Mass Effect 3 is coming out and everything else falls by the wayside for that. Because then Mass Effect 3 becomes my life. And in fact, I had actually taken off Tuesday the 6th for a completely unrelated reason. I actually thought Mass Effect 3 was coming out in the middle of March. So I did not take off launch day for launch day, but I will be taking advantage of that and getting in a lot of extra play that day. And I want to thank Mr. Aaron Compton for the comment on last week's video recommending Tales of the Abyss for the 3DS. I had heard good things about it. But also, you know, it's an active time battle system, and I'm like, eh. But honestly, if that's what I have to deal with to play an RPG on the train going to and from work, then I'll just deal with it. So if that's recommended, then I may pick that up. Of course, I'm still not going to pick that up yet, because while I thought that I was heading into the end of Resident Evil Revelations, turns out I wasn't. And after I finished that chapter, it turns out there's another 3 more chapters to go. So I'm like, good, because it's not as short as I thought it was going to be. But then bad, because now I still have more to do. But it's fun, so I guess I don't mind having more to do. The other thing I want to talk about this week is, over this past weekend, Nintendo launched Pokepark 2 for the Wii. And they had a little launch event at their Nintendo World Store, but of course not being like a core Pokemon game, it did not get the, you know, big launch blowout that you would get with, you know, like when they did for Pokemon Black and White. It was just ridiculous and insane, and the line wrapped around the store, and it was crazy. But like I said on the site, if you're in the area, you might want to come by and check it out, because while you were there, you could, periodically they would bring Pikachu out, and you could line up and get your picture taken with him. And the lines were not very long at all, and everyone got pictures with Pikachu, and it wasn't crowded, and there was no big bother. And in fact, at one point I was like, you know what the heck, there's no line anymore, and the Pikachu's still standing there, and the guy's like, hey, anybody want a picture? And I'm like, you know what, yeah, here's my camera. And I got my picture taken with Pikachu. Because it's a giant Pikachu. Why wouldn't you get your picture taken with it? I mean, come on. They also had, well, they had a flyer, and then they handed out a flyer and a word search, which is good, because if it was a quiz, I was going to have trouble. Because sometimes they do like a quiz, and when you answer all the quiz questions, you get like a little something. This was a word search, which was fine. I could handle a word search. And then when it was all done, you got a, Nintendo, you got Wii covers with Pikachu, Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig on them, and a little Pokepark 2 notebook with blank pages in it, which is always good for taking notes. So, I mean, it's just like useless little swag, but it was cute, and it didn't take any effort to do a word search, so whatever. And I also did manage to play the game a little bit while I was there, and it's not exactly what I thought it was. I had played the first one at E3 a couple years ago, and it was kind of, you know, you just wandered around and did mini-games. This one seems to have like a story, so you're running around as Pikachu, and I think you also play as the other, the starters from Black and White, Tepig and Oshawott. And so like, you basically run around and have adventures, and there's like story, and that leads you into the minigame. Like, I basically like did a whole bunch of running around with some story sequences, and then I played like a minigame, and then there was this other, and then there was like a combat section where I had to fight the evil Pokemon monsters and whatever, and it was kind of cute. I mean, with Mass Effect 3 around the corner, I wasn't about to pick it up, because I mean, it's super cute, and it would probably be a lot of fun to play, but I know that I wouldn't play it past Tuesday, and it would just sit and collect dust for a while. So maybe another time. The other thing that I did was, well, while I was street passing people with my 3DS and collecting puzzle pieces, and ooh, the Ocarina of Time one is really, really cool. This very cute Nintendo employee came over and started chatting with me about my 3DS and street passing, and he saw my bag, which has the Evangelion logo on it. So he started up a conversation, and he started chatting with me, and we ended up talking about video games for, like, ever. And I was like, how are you not going to get in trouble for chatting with me like this? Shouldn't you be, like, working? And he was like, oh, whatever, I get paid to talk about video games all day. And I'm like, fair enough. But he told me to go upstairs again and check out Rhythm Heaven on the Wii, because I had been curious about it, and I wanted to try it, but all of the demo units were turned to Pokepark. And he was like, no, it's fine. If you just press the home button, you can switch out and change to another one. They all have all of the demos on it. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's at the end, I went back upstairs, and one of them was actually on, like, the screen where you select the game you want to demo. And I went over and I tried it, and I didn't like it at all. But that's just because I had so much trouble, because you can't hear anything. And I'm trying to play these rhythm games, and it's all about, like, pressing the button at the exact right moment with the beat, and, you know, I turn the volume on the TV up and stuff, but you still can't really hear that well. I'm sure at home, in your own house, it would be a lot easier, but there it was kind of a pain. But that happens every time there's a launch for any kind of music rhythm game. Like, you can't demo that. Not in a public setting. It does not work. But yeah, that was my little mini adventure. And also, they are holding, at, I think he said, the first Sunday of every month. Yeah. No. Maybe it's every Sunday. Now I forget. Alright, don't listen to me, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I forget what he told me. But on Sundays, they're having Pokemon tournaments, where you can battle the staff and other Pokemon fans with Pokemon Black and White, which this nice employee invited me to come back tomorrow and do that on Sunday, and I said, yeah, I won't be doing that, because I would not have strong enough Pokemon, and an 8-year-old kid would kick my butt, and that's kind of embarrassing, so no, thank you very much. So that's about it for this week. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'll keep it short, because I'm sure that next week's podcast is going to be extra long, because I am going to ramble on and on and on endlessly about how amazingly awesome Mass Effect 3 is. So, prepare for that next week. Bye!